ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्ये नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Please repeat. ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरो अनिराकरणम् अस्त्वनिराकरणम् मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Hari Om. We had seen the detailed meaning of Upanishad, Anubandha Chatushtaya, Ved Purva Bhag, Vedant Bhag, etc. Now it is the time to enter into the Upanishad now. And the Upanishad starts with the Shaanti mantra, which we have just read. Every Upanishad, rather every Veda, has its own Shaanti mantra. Like you saw in Ishavasya, Purnamada was the Shaanti mantra. That is from Yajurveda. So Shukla Yajurveda, Krishna Yajurveda, the Shaanti mantra is Om Purnam Sahanabhavatu, etc. This Kenopanishad belongs to which Ved? Sam Ved. So in the Sam Ved, another Upanishad of Sam Ved is Chandogya. So in this Shanti mantra is Apyayanto. So every Ved has, so total number of Shanti mantra should be 5. 4 Ved and Yajurveda has 2. And therefore you will have 5 Shanti mantra. Why Shanti mantras are there? Why not start straight away? Why to give so much of time in Shanti mantra? It disturbs our Shanti. One day has gone in Shanti mantra. Monday went in Vanchatushte. Why not go straight, dash? You are dealing with you want lot of coincidences. Lot of different kinds of sins are there that will not allow the coincidence of faith, jigyasa, guru prapti, manan, dhyan. These 4-5 things are, and again I am repeating, faith, jigyasa, the desire to know, third, the Guru Prapti, 4th, Shravanam, listening from the Guru, 5th and 6th, Mananam and Dhyanam, and 7th, for the long time till we know the self. These 7 coincidences are very, very difficult. And Shanti mantra is to create these 7 coincidences. You don't need prayer where you are very certain to get something. You need a prayer in that area where you are feeling incapable. Prayer means you are seeking the divine intervention now. Where you feel your capacities are not capable to make something happen. That is the area of your prayer. Prarthana means prakarshin arthana. Arthana means desire. So desire of the highest and for the highest is the highest form of prayer. Prayer can be for anything. But the main thing in the prayer is that you are asking from something higher. Please note 2-3 points. Point number 1 is that when I am talking to God, before talking to somebody, there should be a channel of communication. I went to some center and the person said that we are not able to take any project. People don't come. I said first step is coming together. Create a communication line. And communication with somebody is easier when there is an environment of understanding and love. Your communication gets hampered when you feel or other person feel that he will not receive me. When you have not received somebody's idea for a long time, that person will not be communicating to you. Even if you say, he will turn deaf ears. Bhagavan is not going to listen to what you say unless you have listened to him earlier. Bhagavan Sri Krishna refused to listen to Duryodhana when he asked for help. He said, no, first I will listen to Arjuna, not you. Your prayers will be later on heard. So the channel of communication with the Lord is opened when you have already done some dharma. You have done some good actions. You have pleased some Lord. Otherwise, there is no channel of communication. I can't do anything for you and ask your attention whenever I want. To get your attention, I should have some relationship through which I can get your attention. So there is something called my lifestyle, my mind style, through which I have developed a communication channel with somebody. There is open, I can talk to, I can call you at any time. If you don't know or you have not heard, so you are hesitant to call, another person is hesitant to take your call also. When you say that my relations are not great, that means communication is not best. So first step in the prayer, what I have felt is that keep the communication channel of the Lord open by doing dharma. Otherwise, prayer is not muttering some words. Nothing happens. It won't happen. Second step in the prayer is that after the channel is open, I express I know that He is all powerful and He can give me. What you want in a very tiny measure, He is having that in billions of measures. If He can give a palace to Sudama, and if He can give the knowledge and liberation to Arjun, and He can shower golden coin after Kanakdhara Stotra is chanted, and He can make Pandavas win. So this Shraddha should be there in prayer, otherwise you won't be focused in your prayer. If Shraddha is not there, you have little doubt, then your prayer, you will take support from somewhere else. Unless Ananyata is there, the Shakti of the God doesn't come to you. God sees what you are asking to Him. Have you asked somewhere else? And if He sees you have asked somewhere else, so His help will not be there, or very less will be there. This is the mistakes people do. They pray also, and they have option B also. That does not work. Like somebody asks you something, and you know he will ask someone else also. Or he can ask someone else. If I don't give the answer, he will ask somebody else. So then you are not very determined to give the answer. But too much emphasis is in the Ananyata, in the Ishwar Bhakti. And this is where I feel maximum people fail. They don't have that much of trust that if I have mentioned this to God, topic is closed, Lord will see now. I don't bother about any of this. It will take time, let it take time. I'll wait. मोर दास कहाई न रासा कहो तो कवन कहा विश्वासा. So that dilutes your effort. This is second point. Third point is, in the prayer, I feel very helpless and I feel very melted. So first point was dharma. Communication channel opens through. When you have done some goodness for others, God sees the record of how you have responded to the people around. That record is there. Second thing was, hello? Shraddha and Ananta. Third point is Dravata. I am going with a small mental melted Dravata, melted heart. I pray with Ekagrata. Don't pray with becoming bigger. Somebody asks you something, that more important is how he asked than what he asked. If somebody asks something with arrogance, you don't give that, even if you have that. And fourth point is, then comes your Ichha. Then comes the Ichha. Ichha means I express my Arthana. Then it becomes Prarthana. So first 3 point makes it Pra, and last point makes it Arthana. Arthana means desire. Prarthana, Arth. Rudhatu is there to go in Arthana. So this is where and if you will not understand unless you have walked on the spiritual path, that how difficult is these 7 things what I said. Very, very, very few seekers have this alignment of 7. Shraddha, Jigyasa, Guru Prapti, then Shravan, then Manan, then Dhyan, then for a long time, and that too with focused and not wavering mind. This is very, very difficult because we have our own sins of the past. We have not done that good action to get all 7 things. If you had got it, you don't need the prayer. You would have come earlier here. You either would have come earlier, either it will continue. And you know neither you have come earlier, neither it is going to continue. It will be over after some time. Right? Bank account is less. Other thing is waiting. So this book will be in the shelves. After 1 month, this book will be in the shelves. And you will be in some other place. Some other work will suck you. Out of 1,000, 2,000, 1 person continues. You'll forget it. Even Shaanti mantra is forgotten. Therefore, strong, either health issues will come up, either faith issue will come up, either Guru won't be there, either Guru is there but doesn't teach. Either I get in teaching but I don't meditate and contemplate. And that too is not consistent what I do. Somewhere you will feel that I have collapsed. And therefore, too much of prayer is required. When you know that you cannot do it alone, it is wise to ask the help. It is not unwise to ask that. It is very wise, but better you be prepared. Foresee the problem before it has come and cure it. This prevention is better than cure. So it is all going to end unless you have prayed and your fate, your prarabdha is very good and your karma is very good, because you did not want it for a long time and already your prarabdha has been set. Brahmaji already has written it, or my nature is like that, or my faith is not that much, or health issues will be there. So spiritual path is with lot of difficulties of every sort. I'll now go into the prayers. Too many coincidences are required. Apyayantu mamangani. Apyayantu means, so in this prayer, in short, if I say, 4 things are asked. One is Sharir Saustvam Arogyam. Second is Shraddha on Param Brahma. Third is Ishvaranugraha, grace of God. And fourth is Daivi Sampatti. 4 things. First is healthy body, Arogyam. Second is extreme faith on God. Third is God's love for us. And fourth is divine virtues which will keep us on the fast track. Now we'll go one by one. Let's start. Shall we start or you're tired? Just days started, how can you be tired? For tired you should do something, then you get tired. He says, Apyayantu mamangani. May all my parts, all my limbs should be well. Apyayatu actually means to grow. I think students were very young, therefore he is asking to grow. Already the students are here more than 40, 30, 50. So there is no possibility of growth. If the students are in teens, then I think this prayer will be there. We don't expect now to grow. The limbs will be growing. So either it is viparinamate or apakshiyate. You are in that stage. Now Vardhate is not there. I don't see anybody in Vardhate area. In short, meaning is let it be steady. Let my limbs be, actually my health be steady. You must have seen it. Even if your health is not good, then even daily chores will be difficult. So first attention should be given to the good health. Because you have to sit for a long time. Challenge in the Vedantic area is that you are required to sit. And sit not, you have to sit also and hear also. And you have to sit for 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. And to sit is terribly difficult if you have any kind of pain in the body. You must be experiencing the pain in 1 hour. Or you have headache, etc. Or you haven't rested well. Or you have a problem of eyes, ears, anything. So he is asking, You will not ask something which is natural. It is not natural to have a good health. Some health issues always come up after some time. All of you who are here, they must be having some health issues. I don't wish it, but I am just saying. Little and more. If you don't have, you are punyashali, you are meritorious. But some health issues come up. And it's a long-term project. Lifetime is required to hear all these things. Every day is required. If one day you have not heard satsang or not heard Vedanta, then it will affect your mental capacities. It will become blunt. So you need everyday meditation. You need everyday mananam. But if you have other issues, then that area will take your attention a lot. And you will be grounded in the room or on the bed. Every sadhana is mainly sitting. Whether it is listening, whether it is meditating, whether it is doing havan, whether it is doing jap. So it's tedious to sit also. It's tedious and it is difficult that you can concentrate on something which is beyond body and your body is in pain. We are not great saying that we can transcend the pain of body so fast. And therefore, very first and foremost what is asked here, that please let my limbs be fine, let my body be in a state where I can receive, I'm in a receiving mode. I can get the messages. Otherwise, when a body is not okay for a long time, you will be sad or you get irritated. One who is ill, don't talk, don't ask questions, he'll get irritated. Because already he is in irritated mood. You are prone to irritation. Don't ask. Now everybody who is ill, everybody asks, how are you? He is tired of answering. He said, how many times you tell? So I say, record and just keep it. So, apyayantu. When some operation happens, everybody asks, and everybody is there. कितना बताएं उसको? Energy नहीं है. You need a lot of spiritual energy actually. Healthy mind is housed in a healthy body. Spiritual energy is different than material energy. Lot of inspiration, lot of willpower is required. And if you are not vibrant, if you are not alert, because bodily this is paining, that is paining, stomach issues are there, lungs problem are there, back problem are there, knees problem are there, and they are all very loyal diseases. This flu is very disloyal. It flies away. But this knee problem, back problem, diabetes, blood pressure, वो तो बोलते तेरे बिना भी क्या जीना? What to live without you? छोड़ेंगे नहीं सनम. So I won't leave you, my dear. How much you try, put oil, etc. I say just keep it manageable. You can't make it zero. Keep it workable only. Keep yourself workable. बहुत सी प्रॉब्लम हो गई. And in Kali-yuga, lot of problem. As more progressive is the nation, more diseases are there. City people have more diseases than village people. Because their lifestyle is worst. Their eating is worst. More money you have, more worst is your eating. Lesser money is here, your eating is better. Everything has gone topsy-turvy. And then I want Vedanta. In Vedanta, you know what is the condition? You don't listen to Vedanta sitting in the body. You have to get out of the body. You will see now. Topics are so subtle. And to get out of the body, your body should be light. You should not be conscious that I am inside the body. And that will make it tough. To do part, to puja, everywhere you need to have a sound body. Otherwise your whole routine will go haywire. Seeker's routine is a tight routine. He has to be alert, alive, agile. You can concentrate on something when you are free from other thought. Apyayantu mamangani. This was first point. And then he continues. Vak, pranas, chakshuhu, shrotram. So in all sense organ, first is the organ of speech. Vak. Why? Because teacher has to only talk and talk and talk. Because knowledge is based on giving knowledge, and it is Shravana Pradhan. So teacher has to talk. Atmava is Shrotavya, not Patitavya. You have to hear a lot, because hearing alone, mind of the student is pulled by the power of the teacher's words. Therefore, this is for teacher also, not only for the student. Sahna bhavatu. Both. So his speech should be okay. If his speech is not okay, then he cannot continue. If he can't continue, the student cannot continue. You will not get sufficient knowledge then. Shravanam won't be there, because ignorance goes only by knowledge, and any knowledge in secular also is only by listening. Even the class prep also, the tiny tots are they hear the knowledge that this is called A. That also is from Shravanam only. Even long-term distance teaching also, they are online. They have also online classes. So they log in and these online classes are there. They have to hear there also. You have to listen a lot. Achha. Whole thing is based on listening. I think the student should not. No, student also needs to have a speech. Why? He has to communicate. He has to tell this is not clear. He has to question. Don't question on the first day. Therefore, I don't encourage any questions. For 1 year you listen, then ask questions. Because you will ask the question, the answer is already there. Just wait with patience. The answers will come in a sequence. Just hold on. Have patience. No, I have a lot of questions. Hold on. Shall we have question answer session? No, don't have question answer session. Wait. वो टॉपिक आने वाला है, and I have to speak before that. Scriptures are very powerful, they have all the answers. But we will have to wait for some time. And the student also should know how to express their doubt also. Sometimes they are not able to make up their questions. It takes 15 minutes to draft the question. No, I wanted to say this, then I went to my friend, they go here and there. In the Zoom class you can see that. They go here and there. And when you ask them, when you answer, they listen. Half an hour you answer, and then at the end they say, this was not my question. So the student also should be communicative. He has to talk to the teacher a lot. Therefore, Vak is very important. Arjun only heard from Bhagavan. All the Upanishads are dialogue between teacher and student. Hearing makes a very big impact on our personality. If somebody is doctor because he has heard a lot, if somebody is a listener, is a singer because he has heard a lot, any discipline, any knowledge has a lot of listening involved. Vak and prana. Prana means energy should be more. Don't dull. How are you? Oh, you? Me? Yes. Okay. How's everything going on? Oh, running on, not so bad. Your energy is not there? No. Why? I'm Mukherjee. So, energy is not there, I'm feeling very weak. Mariel. Eat well. Take energy food. Don't take junk food. Take some food with a prana in it. Live food you eat. Prana should be there. If you have vitality, vibrancy should be there. जान होनी चाहिए आदमी में. ऐसे चल रहे धीरे धीरे. आंख भी खुली तो ऐसे खुली. कुछ एनर्जी ही नहीं है जैसे कि. Prana means you should be full of vibrancy, you should be alive to the responses you have to get. I told you, no, you have to convert the ojas into tejas. So the Sushumna Nadi is there. There is energy center. The Mooladhar Shitosi Nityam. Tvam Shakti Trayatmakaha Tvam Yogino Dhyayanti Nityam. Have you heard this? Where? Athar Shirsh. Somebody is still looking at me. Oh. So, Tvam Mooladhar Statosi Nityam. There is energy center there. And then when you state, that energy center goes to your Brahmarandra. And this spiritual energy makes you do meditation, makes you think, makes you contemplate on higher topics. That is called prana. Then chakshuhu. Chakshu means eyes should be okay. We said hear a lot, listen, read a lot. You are already chanting and reading. You have to see where is there, which word is there. While chanting and while you have to make notes, definitely somebody's number will go up. Because you are reading a lot, you are studying a lot. You must be seeing now. Because you have to write everything. You have to focus on every topic. It's not a newspaper. You have not read Sanskrit too much. You have to write a lot. You have to read a lot, repeat a lot. Your eyes should be okay. Otherwise, something else you will read. Something else you will understand. Oh, so Vak, Pranas, Chakshuhu. These are big books are there. Whole bhashya is there. Commentary is there. The book which you got has Gurudev's commentary. That is simpler. But what is in my hand, it has Shankar Bhashya. So Shankar Bhashya is not that simple. Each word we have to check. Anvaya is made. Which vibhakti is there? Which sandhi is going on? What is there? What is first? What is later on? It will really break your head. You know, on Kenopanishad, the 92 classes, 92 na? In course, 92 classes were there. 9-2, which we will complete in 1 month. I hope so. Imagine that. So how much study was required in that? Morning, evening, night, only study, see. And if you have eye problem, then how can you read all these things? And if you don't understand, you don't read, you don't understand, then prama won't be formed. Even the notes which you take, you have to revise your notes. Vak, pranas, chakshuhu, shrotram. Shrotram means ear should be okay. Ear should be okay. Your ears are okay today? You did like that? It worked? Okay. Ear should be okay. If you have an option, God says, shall I take your ear or eyes? Don't say ears. Eyes, let him take. At least you can hear. And after a certain time, ear goes away automatically. What? When you are in your 70s only, your hearing is down slowly. You must have seen your grandparents. If you have grandparents, or even parents also, those who have seen, after 70 slowly it goes away, hearing power. That means you can't hear satsang. What a misfortune. God said, already I gave, now your expiry date is there. Ear also is expiry date. Such a nice source of peace, that has gone now. Therefore don't miss opportunity to hear. You don't know when ear will go away. It will not take a year for a year. It can go here, not for a year. So, Shotram means your prama, it is all prama vyapar. And you have less time. Supposing you are 50 or 55, you have 10, 20 years left. If 70, 10 years. $75, $80, 5, 7 years, 80, 1, 2 years. Well, don't say like that. Age is just a number. Acha? Ask Yamraj, is it a number? Such maan lo na. Accept the truth. Why you are hoodwinking the truth? Bhag kyun nahi ho sach se? Most of the people whom you listen, that person has passed away, are 70, 80 range. कोई बोल ही नहीं रहा है. Or those who are in the hospital, they have no time now because much time goes to the doctor. Don't think this opportunity will be every day. Gone. Therefore we say don't waste the time. Project is so big and you are giving less time. Antakaran Shuddhi is required, listening is required, understanding is required, removal of Kam Krodh is required. Then understanding of what is Atma is required. And that too I am wasting my time. And that too years are for limited time, years. Shrotramat. Apyayantu, please give me the nice years. Otherwise it's all over very fast. And that knowledge has not taken place. So you are going for rebirth. Athaha. Atha means all other sense organ. Apart from this, what is not named. Only his stomach is not mentioned. No, his stomach has to be okay. Back is not mentioned. No, back has. Hand also. How will you write if hand is not okay? How will you write? See, you can write properly. Now it is okay. Huh? When rheumatoid arthritis is there, it's difficult to write also. It doesn't bend. No? If it becomes stiff at times, then it is difficult to write. Don't think what you have is very easy to get. Shrotramatho, balam indriyani jasarvani. All should have balam. Only nose are not mentioned. No, nose is there. It's all there. Well, my shoulder is spinning, it is also there. It's covered in the prayer? Yes. Okay, thank you. Well, knees are not written, it is covered, don't worry. बलम इंद्रियाणी च सर्वाणी लिखा है ना, सर्वाणी लिख दिया है, उसमें सब कवर हो गया. All problems what you have are covered, don't worry. We'll have many problems in all parts of the body, it is covered. So, balam indriyani cha sar. Well, thyroid is not, it is covered, don't worry. भैया हम लोग कम हैं, इतनी प्रॉब्लम्स लेकर आए हैं. बलम इंद्रियाणी च सर्वाणी, दिस full stop, after sarvani full stop. Then second part comes sarvam brahma. Everything is Brahman only. It is little. This student is well informed. You will see from his question, he puts his question very crystallized manner. Sarvam Brahma. Everything is Brahman. And then he says, Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam. So, Upanishadam Brahma. This Brahma which is known by Upanishad. Why? Because science is based on data from senses. And data from senses will be finite. Eyes have a finite area of seeing. You can't see too far. You can't see too small particle also. A lot of viruses you can't see. COVID you can't see. There was a problem. Somebody has COVID, you can't see. Otherwise you can run away. बोले कोविड है, दिख रहा है. वो देखो कोविड इसके हाथ में. You don't know. You are dealing with unseen enemies. But COVID is there. It is a particle. It is a small virus. Very small. You can't see the flu virus. Tuberculosis you cannot see. So there are a lot of things you can't see. So whatever you see and whatever you hear, all are in a finite zone. And they are drishyam. They cannot go to the drishta. They are object. They can see object. They can't see the subject. When eyes can't see eyes, forget about Brahman. You have to know the mirror is required to see your face. You have always seen your reflection. You have never seen your eyes. You have seen reflection of your eyes. You have never seen your face. You have seen reflection of your face. So close, but you have not seen. See. Imagine what your incompetence is there. By not touching your face, it won't be seen. Neither you have seen your back. You only have seen my back. You cannot see your back. When you go for a haircut, he puts one mirror there at the back, so that you can see what mirror is there, because you cannot see your hairs. When you cannot see your whole body, what to see of you seeing the self? Then how the Brahman is seen by Upanishad, by Upanishad Praman. I have already told about that. Science will not tell about Brahman. Why? Because science depends on perceptible data. And Brahman is not perceptible. It is the seer of everything. The perceived world is very small. And therefore, it is, I was telling you, it is Upanishadoscopic. The Brahman is Upanishadoscopic. Through the Upanishad, the Prama is generated. The Praman is Upanishad. not the eyes. Such a nice word they have coined, Brahma Upanishad. That Brahman which is known by Upanishad, not by senses and not by logic and not by science. I told you so many times that science is not scientific there. Don't say very scientific. Well, Vedanta is very scientific. Wrong. Vedanta is not scientific. Science is dependent on perceived data. We are belittling the Vedanta by saying Vedanta is scientific. Because you are putting that it can be seen. It is not seen. Science is depending on something seen. Science doesn't go in the unseen areas which cannot be perceived. It is trans-scientific. Science has its own zone. There, that zone, Brahman cannot be seen by lenses, by logic. That cannot be known by logic. Because logic is based on, again, Pratyaksh Praman. You have heard that. And therefore, very few will be there who will believe there is something called Brahman. Because our habit is whatever is seen, we see that alone is there. Well, it is not there. Where is Brahman is there? Where is God? If God was there, why is not there? God is there. You don't have the yesterday's night class. You don't have the instrument to see God. If you have faith, if you have devotion, God will come in front of you also. Something you don't see, that doesn't mean it is not there. Non-perceptibility is not equal to non-existence. Non-experience is not equal to non-existence. You don't have experience because you don't have the instrument of experience. Well, where is Brahman? I will tell you how it is. Then Upanishad will come you. Upanishad is Pramana. I hope this is clear. Now, it is saying, Maham Brahma Nirakuryan. Is Brahmin with Dvitiya Vibhakti is there. Second accusative. May I not neglect Brahman. Very important. Neglecting means Brahman is here and now. But neglecting means not wanting. Not wanting is neglecting. And it is not that you don't want Brahman, then you don't want anything. You will want something small. You don't neglect Brahman, you neglect yourself. You are neglecting your knowledge, you are neglecting your joy. You are not neglecting God in the seventh heaven. You have neglected your knowledge, you have neglected your fearlessness, and you have neglected your joy. It is you have insulted yourself. Oh my God. Yes. Because Brahman means pure knowledge, joy, and fearlessness, Satchidanand. So when I don't give sufficient attention to that, neglecting means not giving attention. When you say, no, he neglected me, I went to his house, he neglected me. Why? How do you know? He didn't give me attention. But he talked to you only for 1 minute. I was there for 2 hours. He didn't come, he didn't talk. This is called neglecting. So when you have the one source, one substratum, how can you not give attention? This is the most important issue in the world is God. Because that is the source of all. I told you, no. You don't neglect God, you neglect your peace. You neglect your fearlessness. You neglect your purity. You neglect your quietude. You neglect your own knowledge. Nobody else is suffering. I will be suffering. Not that somebody else will be suffering because I neglected Brahman. If Bhagwan was neglected by Duryodhana, he only suffered at the end of the day. Not Bhagwan. If Ravan neglected Bhagwan Ram, Ravan only suffered. When we neglect our own, we are sitting on the branch and we are neglecting that same tree and cutting the same tree, I will fall. Not that branch will fall. Your source is that. I am neglecting my source, that means the biggest thing in world that needs attention is God. That needs maximum attention. Because He is of the nature of fearlessness, knowledge, joy, completeness. That is why I am because of that. My joy is because of Brahman, because of knowledge, because of devotion. My joy is because of dharma. My joy is because of purity. My joy is because of my own knowledge. And that I neglected. And then I want to be happy. Maham Brahma Nirakuryam. Such an important prayer is there. By not choosing and by not giving attention, you have neglected your own peace actually. Don't think you have neglected some Brahman and some satsang at some time of somebody. No. You neglected your own self. You neglected your own peace of mind. Because God alone is peace. Any peace is equal to limitlessness of experience of Lord is called peace. Limitlessness alone is peace. Anything limited cannot be peaceful. And you neglected that. And then you say, He did not give me peace. You yourself don't have peace. How can anybody give you peace? He can give you a piece of bread. He can't give you peace. Because peace cannot be given. It's not an objective thing, it's a subjective realization. You neglected. Therefore, in the beginning only I told, you don't have a solution, you are the solution. The experience of limitlessness of self is called solution. And I neglected to understand how I am unlimited or how I have God in me. I neglected this knowledge. I neglected this point day and night for years, for days, for janmas I neglected. And I want to be happy today. Happiness doesn't come by because your internet speed is very fast. Don't be so happy. Earlier they was going to hotels, they were asking, welcome drink. Now they want a Wi-Fi connection. Anyway. First thing is connection is there or not. Because your speed is very good. Somebody is very happy, but in the flight also I can connect. I went to Emirates and there on the flight also you can connect. What great about it? At least there you could rest, now there also you can't rest. Happiness doesn't come anything. By your good house, by your nice hairstyle, by your nice clothes, by your nice job. Earth will always be associated with insecurity. Happiness comes by notion, I don't need happiness. I am happiness. I am unlimited. I am the self which cannot be touched. I am the one which cannot be killed. This knowledge should be preserved, nurtured, nourished, day and night. But I neglected this knowledge. I attended my ego. I attended my vasanas. I attended my attached areas and neglected the main God. And how can you be happy? Because that is the main, you have cutting the main source. When the enemies fight, you know what they do? They cut the source line. When the fight is there in the battlefield, the bridge, the roads, the water lines, they cut it. This is how. So this ego has cut our main source line. And therefore we are suffering. Impossible to be happy after that. I have neglected for so many days and months and years. Neglecting the truth is called sorrow. Sorrow is not situational. It is perceptional. It is there right now, it is there. Neglecting means don't give a priority. It is not the highest issue. I don't need to think a lot about that. Or you need to think about this only, you have to think. This is the only worth thinking topic. Vedaischa sarvaischa ahamev vedya. This alone should be worth knowing. People give so much time in studying about the secular studies. What they get? I'm not saying that is not good, but that is a tool. Tool should not make us fool. It should make us cool. So Maham Brahma Nirakuryam. See the beautiful, nice prayer is there. बहुत निगलेक्ट किया हमने आपको. Maham Brahma Nirakuryam. Why? Because I have not given so much thought on you. You need a heavy thought, heavy thinking, concentrated long hour thinking is required on God on this subject. Then only you can abide into it. Whether you are in Bhakti Marg or Karma Marg or Gyan Marg, everywhere only shifting of attention is there. This is the spiritual path. Religious path you do it. But in spiritual path you have to shift attention from finite to infinite. At all time. More you can give attention, more you will be quiet. Because that attention when you will see world and worldly problem, ego and vasanas are not even a dot in front of that. Effect can be quiet only when it is with the source called cause of the whole world. Time is over. We will see more tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.